Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now, when last we left, the dogs of Gruumsh had just stormed the gates of Krahl Castle and sent the dwarves scurrying back to their holes. And for that, we are most pleased, most pleased. Now, we have yet to be besieged in return, and of course, yes, it has not been awarded to anyone just yet. We are also limping a little bit for money, so let's take a quick look at the party here. 4,800 dinars is going to cost us this week, but while we're in here, we'll show you that we did retool from the loot some of our characters, gave him a whole bunch more armor and stuff, kept the orc-themed helmet in his case. Unela, new helmet, new armor. Trail, we tweaked them out. Jeremis definitely got a bunch of upgrades, because let's keep the medic alive, right? There wasn't really anything suitable for the remaining three. Now, I did say at the end of last episode that we take a look at these people real quickly, so let's do that. So this is a cleric. You get this guy just by hiring Calradian militia and then leveling them up down a certain tree. Let's see what kind of skill this guy actually has. So his faith is at 5, iron flesh at 3, magic defense at 3. So these guys are they're the cheapest clerics in the game. Although they have good athletics and shields, that's not too bad. But you'll see that they're going to pale compared to the rest of them. Now, they are, I say, cheapest to level up and maintain, but really not the best. Now, a Vajir Hieromonk, I've never even seen one of these people. So let's check a look at these guys. 5 in Faith, not bad. Again, the same 4, 3 in Iron Flesh. No Power Strike and stuff on these people. 3 in Magic Defense. But decent proficiencies, eh? Can't complain about that. The Rodok Priest, I'm starting to think that they're all going to kind of be the same here. Yeah, 5 in Faith, 4 in 4, 3, Magic Defense of 3, and you can see the proficiencies are exactly the same. We will, of course, take a look at the Swadian Pastor, because we said we would, and discover that he is exactly the same. So, it looks like the additions to the sort of native factions all kind of fit the same template. Now, this Blazing Hand Inquisitor, he's only 50 bucks, so actually, let's back out here. Blazing Hand Inquisitor, $50. Drow High Priestess. Huh, $50. Okay, I thought they'd be more expensive. Let's take a look at you. Yeah, 9 in Faith. That is huge. That is huge. I mean, he could Flame Strike an entire building. That'd be just fantastic. Same 3 in Magic Defense. It's got some Power Strike at least, which is nice. Speaking not as Gordak, but as Steve, the Amateur Hour gaming guy, I actually think that Dwarven Priests of Moradin are just the best. They're the best unit in the game. They are just absolutely fantastic infantry, and they have, I think, 7 or 8 in Faith, and much more magic defense, being dwarves. So if you're ever playing a non-orcish themed playthrough, they're worth every penny. So with that, we've taken a look at them, as said. Now, of course, since money's going to be an issue, and I do have a lot of loot, I'm going to take a risk here. Let's find the nearest town. Suno or Elf Forest? Well, I don't like doing business with them dirty elves. Let's hurry over to Suno and see what happens. I feel like this will probably be sieged, or be besieged even, like the second that we get out of visual range of it, but that's okay. Oh, who's that? Let's pause here. Who's that? Well, whoever they are, they're running from us. So let's see here. What have you got? Some more Blazing Hands, some Vajir, some more of these priests and pastors. That's a pretty good collection of prisoners. How much room do I have in my party? Yeah, I could drag them back and put them in the castle. You know what? Let's do that. That'll help morale. If I can catch these guys. I mean, there's only 20 of them. If we can get them, that might make... Okay, no, come on. If we can move and get them, I guess I misclicked. They're generally traveling in the direction that we want to go anyways. Can we catch them? Whoa, I think they're moving faster than we are, so that's not cool. You'd think with all those prisoners they'd be slower, but we'll do this for a little bit longer, because they are kind of running in the direction we want to go anyways. No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna manage to get away from us here. Where was Suno? Down here. Okay. Now, of course, I would like Krahl Castle to be awarded to us. It would be awesome if Gordak had another base. And, you know, the whole idea of keeping what you kill and taking vengeance on the dwarves and, you know, all that sort of thing is very cool. But ultimately, we just want to make sure that everything dwarvish on this map comes under orcish control. That is the goal. I mean, we're all sons of Gruumsh in the end, so why should we worry? And I'm not here to be greedy, of course. I'm here to do God's work. So let's start off getting rid of all this junk. So I'm going to take the time and do this, and I will come back when we're finished, and we'll see how much money we actually end up with. Now, we have found a ransom broken here, so I thought it might be nice to talk to him. That's all we need to know. Bring your purse. I have prisoners to sell. I want to see what this Kyrgyz shaman goes for. 170 bucks. Not bad. I probably would have been better off killing him for the 250 XP. But, hey, we're not going to complain. So with that little bit of business done, how are we doing? $43.95, and I bet you we are still just a little bit short of what it's going to cost us to pay our wages, but hopefully we can get out of here. And I'm not going to bother playing and performing because since I emptied my bags, and there's got to be somewhere around here that we can raid. So we will make our way back to Krahl Castle, and if we end up absolutely dead broke and we take on debt before Great Warlord makes his choice, then I'll probably go find a Kyrgyz vassal to agitate, or maybe I'll just pick on some Swadian villagers along the way, and because I don't care about those stinky humans. Oh, Racerira has advanced to level 4. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, we're gonna stop and check this out. I think that she's right near a benchmark. Let's take a look. Tell me about your skills. 12 for intelligence, very nice. Her magic power was already 4, so let's push her defense. And we'll get that extra tab in engineering. So she's become my engineer. The other fellow, Aiden, is going to be my tactician because we're going to be tanking intelligence on these people anyways. And I guess polearms, that's the non-magical weapon you use. That's a good choice. So that's what we'll be doing there. We'll use our smart people to do all our think stuff. All our thinky stuff. In fact, I've been really tempted to like put all my skill monkeys into like a think people tab because that's about what Gordak would call them. Don't you believe? So yeah, actually, that might be worth doing. So we're gonna let this go at normal speed because I'm gonna keep an eye out for some villagers. It would be nice to be able to, like, you know, just be able to raid wherever we feel like it. I mean, we're orcs. It seems a little bit silly that we can't just pillage anyone. And in fact, hey, there's something. There's a little comment to whoever develops this game. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I do know who he is, and it was nice to talk to you in the last couple of episodes, sir. But since orcs thematically are raiders and looters, it might be neat if they could raid and loot sort of to their heart's content. Like, let that be something special about the orcs, that they don't need to be in a position of war in order to raid. And I'm sure there are similar things we could do for the other factions. Now, see how we're doing party-wise. Morale is low. That's not good. We do have a lot of food, so that's good. This thing, if I could just find someone to unload this on, I would be just loaded with money. We would not be worried whatsoever about our wages, but let us see. Okay, what we're going to do is we're actually going to sit inside Krahl Castle. Oh, wait a minute. Pardon me, I was going to camp on Krahl Castle, but I think I've changed my mind. Tyr is very close, so we're going to scurry over to Tyr and do some entertaining for the morale, and of course that'll probably get us the few $100 that we need. I believe that we can probably make our way back here in time if it does come under siege, so I won't make you guys watch me sing my Gruumsh song, love songs for Gruumsh. So we'll see you guys momentarily. Well, there you go, my friends. We have managed to edge our morale up to high. We're about $1,000 over what it's going to cost us in wages. And I think a couple of days have passed, maybe 2 or 3. So what we're going to do now is, again, scurry back over to Krahl Castle and hang out there until the decision was made. Thankfully, no one tried to raid it while I was strumming my lute. Although, really, don't you think Gordak would be a drummer? Like, he's like Animal from the Muppets, you know, Gordak, beat the drums, you know. I think that's the deal there. War Chief Gordra wishes to inform me that the Lords of Bleeding Throat clan will be gathering for a feast in Durin and invites you to be a part of it. Too far, and every time I go to one of those things, it seems like you're not there. The Great Lords, Kings, etc., I've noticed that their feasts, they always seem to work. But a lot of these little guys, I don't know if, like, do they not last very long? Is it only a day or two? So if you don't mess around, or if you mess around and you don't get there fast enough, then that's the end of that. Equally, How long? I have no idea. Anybody who plays Mountain Blade that happens to be watching this, tell me, like, how long after the announcement does the feast actually begin? Because, again, I've scurried off to places and never found anything. You know, and you just... I suppose I could have sat there and waited longer, but what can you do? Okay, so now... Oh, yeah, guys are ready to upgrade. Oh, were there any ladies in Krahl Castle? Do the dwarves even have ladies? Oh, nice, great room. I'll be looking to loot some velvet and some tools in the near future. Although I guess I'm not really king of anything, eh? But yeah, I like that. Nice second level. There do not appear... Let's take a quick peek. Cheap dwarves. This castle didn't come with any maids. Ridiculous. So let's get out of here. And we're actually going to just wait here for some time. I am cheating a little bit because I think it's almost payday and I wouldn't mind cutting my wages in half since I'm carrying basically all of my army with me. And it would be nice to not lose this back to the dwarves. So we're going to do that. And, okay, we're going to do that. And pretty much what I'll do here is I will just let this run. And we'll either be sieged or it'll be awarded to us or to somebody else. And we'll come back basically when one of those two things has happened. Okay. Oh, because they weren't garrisoned. They weren't actually garrisoned. Well, thank goodness for the pennies that we got from Talbuk and Mawhiti. Mawhiti's coming up, so it's been probably a week or two since that's been raided. We still actually have a positive balance, which is good. Apparently the party has nothing to eat, so that stinks. So let's put a stop to that. Come on, guys, let's go. Yeah, I want to leave. Thank you. I thought just waiting would be enough. Let's go over to, Gog Daraham. We got these dwarves that can't spell or talk or anything. Let's buy some food. Hopefully we can ride out this. This decision by the Great Warlord. That'll hold us for a day or two. But again, I'm so terrified. We can run over to Talborough the next time I get food. I'm so terrified to put any of my guys in here to cut my wages. Because if he awards it to anybody but me, which shouldn't happen because we took it solo. But yeah, I don't want to lose half my army. I worked hard on those guys. Oh, look at all these tasty targets. Look at all these tasty targets running around the map there. Yeah, we'll get to that. Well, that reminds me, okay? So this is probably a Wednesday that you're watching this. Maybe the 12th or 13th of November at this point. There should be, at this point, at least one episode of a new custom series that I'm doing for Phantasy Calradia. I've got a different save game going where I've totally cheated my face off and just built an army of top-tier units. And what I've been doing is kind of like teleporting around the map and fighting the... Nothing to eat again. One mage. Okay. Escape. Come on. Okay. What I've been doing is teleporting around the map and fighting the custom spawns, like these Unholy Knights, the Sanctimonious Fundamentalists, etc. Certainly the Greedy Dwarves. We've been giving it to the Greedy Dwarves. So, there will probably have been one episode of this already. And look out for probably like a half a dozen or so. It's going to be a mini-series. I'm just going to fight the existing spawns. We're not making a long game or anything about it. It's not intended to be a playthrough of any kind. But just for those of you watching this that may not have noticed that content coming up, it either is there somewhere or it will be coming out basically the same week that you're watching this stuff. So that might be fun for you guys to check out. Like one loaf of bread. Okay, that'll get us to the next town. That'll be fun for you guys to check out if you're interested in just seeing some of the custom enemies that the developer and his friends have been working on. Because I thought it'd be awesome to showcase them, and there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw around here and buy a little bit of food, and then we can just hope beyond hope that Krahl does not come under siege before it's awarded to us, so we can dump some of our army in there. Nothing to eat. Yeah, okay, we're going to have to go to Uxkhal and I think pay the gold price. Or, let's see, how far are we from Khergit territory? Yeah, that's much more fun and orcish. There's got to be some Khergit. Well, they're pretty far. Let's see. Well, we'll go buy some bread somewhere. I've lost my dude. I don't even know where I am. That's amazing. All right, Gordak. Let's get to Ibiran. We'll go in. We'll buy some food. Then we'll go steal a whole bunch more food on a holy symbol. What? I don't want to buy a holy symbol. Okay, I'm going to pause while we go steal a bunch of foods from the Mongols, and we will be back when I'm finished doing that. Oh, and there we go. Sweet, sweet food. Also, velvet and tools, because perhaps one day Gordak will be a king, and it would be nice. It would be nice to be able to put our court in our favorite courtyard. Oh, this ingot. I think what I'm going to have to do with this thing is actually... I should have done that. I should have looted the food first. Is actually like buy something expensive and just trade it. Because I've yet to come across anybody who has that much money. Okay, pork, cheese, dried meat, cheese. You know what? Pork, I got 165 guys. They'll eat it all first. And why not? Chicken will rot, so we will leave that there. Excellent. So that's fantastic. I don't actually have the space to loot anything else. So, thank you, Freya. I figured I'll probably make a quick pit stop at Dirim, and then we will make our way back to Krahl Castle, hoping, beyond hope, that it does not get sieged. Oh, it seems so far. Does it not seem so far away? Alright, well, let's get going doing that, and I'll meet you back at Krahl Castle. Well, alright, my friends, here we are. We have yet to be awarded Krahl Castle, and what I'm kind of doing is just camping out and doing a little bit of playing and performing here at Suno. I've lost... probably about a dozen of some of my best units to morale issues, so I'm not really doing this for the money, although I'm taking it. You see, we were about $1,000 over what we would need. I'm really doing this because, you know, as I continue to upgrade them anyways, making my army that much more expensive. Oh, let's go with a Renegade Mage. That'd be fantastic. I can't wait to see what this guy can do. So, what was I saying before I was overwhelmed by the awesomeness of this game? Yeah, I'm really just doing this to kind of keep up my morale. Because, of course, Suno, as you can see... Oh, it won't let me move the camera when I'm performing. Okay, Suno is actually quite close to Krahl Castle. We could probably get back there. Oh, what's going on here? Alright, 220 gold, etc. But as you can see, they're going to tell us if Krahl gets besieged in any way, shape, or form. And I feel like if I'm in a town when Wage Week hits, we won't pay as much. So what I'm actually going to do is, instead of camping out at Krahl, I'm going to camp out here at Suno, basically. And let Entertain do its work. And let that keep up the morale and hopefully chop my wages down. And if and when Krahl Castle is either besieged or awarded to us, that's where we're going to start our next episode. So, between then and now, I just want to thank you guys very much for hanging out with me and watching more Phantasy Calradia today. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you don't, and please feel free to comment either way. If you're enjoying the series, consider subscribing. There will be more in the future. And, you know, as usual, I think it's awesome that we get to hang out and play together, and I want to thank you very much for doing it. Until the next time we get to play games, you guys take good care.